Next up, we have the Guild. Hi, everyone. So my name is Jiwan, and I'm the lead project manager and one of the founding team members of the Guild. We're a Web3 protocol that allows you to monetize your network. Welcome to the Guild. The problem we're trying to tackle is simple. The gig economy is broken. There's no venue, no platform, online or offline, where freelancers can network. There's lack of accessibility where undocumented and unbanked status limits freelance opportunities. There's no community, no voice, no representation for freelancers due to lack of union. And lack of transparency leads to excessive fees and delayed payment cycles, where payment settlements on Upwork and Fiverr taking on average 10 business days to settle. These are the target markets that we're looking at: the freelancer economy, influencer and creator market, Web3 services market. Each of these markets are growing at least 15% year on year. If we're able to capture at least 1% of these growing markets, we would be looking at $1 billion in revenue. Happy thoughts. A unique market that we're also able to target and service are the 1.1 billion people that are undocumented and 1.9 billion people that are unbanked, according to the World Bank. Reportedly, 60% of these people are in the working ages between 18 and 55. So this is the solution we provide: a decentralized, autonomous services marketplace, providing easy access with no upfront fees, no KYC required, no prior Web3 experience or knowledge required, unless onboarding or offboarding assets. A collaborative, self-governed social network, giving the voice to underrepresented. Fully transparent payment system where all payment settlements, fees, and rewards are happening on-chain, along with our on-chain reputation system. So what's our secret sauce? Can't give you guys all, but here's 3. We are the world's first, at least as we know it, multi-level, multi-tier referral program built on-chain, replacing the ambiguity of existing points program with a straightforward and verifiable reward structure. An interoperable on-chain reputation system that features a gamified experience points in the form of non-transferable tokens called XP. And XP is held in user profile along with user social graph and their referral tree. Transparent, verifiable payment settlement that happens on-chain with multiple payment options. We're currently supporting up to 11 tokens on the Avalanche ecosystem, with plans to implement a fiat on-ramp as well as expanding our token list by expanding to other chains. Here we're looking at our Web2 competitors above us, freelance job marketplaces like Upwork and Fiverr, and a career-based social network, LinkedIn. Below us are the Web3 competitors, Web3 social network like Arena and FriendTech, Bounty Board, the Galaxy and Zilly, social protocols like Farcaster and Lens Protocol, and job platforms like Bountycaster and Braintrust. Overall, we provide a more fun, easy-to-use user experience, faster payment cycles, more utilities, more payment options, and cheaper fees. With most web apps and social media, there is a cold start problem with accumulating users and content. What most would view as a cold start problem, we would like to look at it as a cold start opportunity because of our growth engine, the referral program. This cycle's meta has proven the popularity of points and single-layer referral system as seen with Blast and many other projects. What we're giving you is that on steroids. Multi-level, multi-tier, gamified, on-chain affiliate program that is completely transparent top to bottom. We've tested a centralized and a simplified version of our referral program back in January with our pre-registration cohort and achieved 10,007 signups within 27 hours before closing the cohort. And multi-chain expansion by operating across multiple blockchains and forming not just random partnerships, but working in close collaboration with our layer 1 and layer 2 partners. We plan to provide a cross-chain and cross-platform experience that allows for maximum reach, exposure, and engagement across multiple ecosystems. This is our current partners list, and allow me to introduce our founding team. Eric Choi, he's the CEO of the Guild. with 9 years in the industry and 6 years experience building product, and has advised over 50 Web3 projects in his career. Ed, the founder of Superchief Gallery NFT, a third-generation gallery curator with 9 years experience in Vice. And Prince was a co-founder of Soju DAO, South Korea's first social and biggest social DAO with experience in the gaming industry. And Giuliano, or former head of APAC for Base and former head of Asia for Tinder. Additionally, we have 3 UI UX designers, 8 developers, and 1 additional project manager on the team. So we've launched our closed beta around 10th of May, and we are expecting TGE around July, and we will be opening our closed beta to the public today. Thank you for listening, and I'd like to wrap up our presentation with
I think it would be helpful to understand how you phase this rollout. My understanding is you're going for kind of this all-encompassing social network / platform, which I, totally agree with. But it would be helpful to break it down in terms of, do you go after like LinkedIn and Fiverr to start, or Reddit, or more of like the Discord and messaging? Would love to just hear your thoughts as to how you sequence some of these things.
Do you mean by how we're sequencing our release, like of the features?
Yes.
Okay, so currently when we're with our beta, we have ready the social media aspect of the platform and the referral program where users are able to verify on chain up 4 layers and below 4 layers. And we are currently testing the quest, the job board through the open beta as well. And the keys feature is also tied to the referral program and the quest, where anyone in your referral tree above 4 layers or actually below 4 layers, if any one of those users create a transaction through the quest, for example, if they hired somebody or they completed a job, fee taken by the platform from those jobs, we will actually take a percentage of that and distribute to the users within that referral tree. Right now, that's with the keys also, what we're doing is, if you're holding a key, which is like the tickets and shares feature seen in many social platforms these days, for example, if I'm holding your key and somebody else just transacted, whether they bought it or sold it, because I'm holding your key, I get a small percentage of the transaction fees that happen from your key transaction, as well as when you were to complete a job or hire somebody, the rewards coming from the fees from there would also go to the key holders. Those are the features that we have ready right now. We also have other features that we are planning on releasing in about 3-week basis. For example, leaderboard for the gamified experience. And I think what I like to mention is, what's important is, as mentioned, we're API SDK first protocol. but we're just building the web app first as a use case to demonstrate what features we can provide for these users later on. Our end goal later is that after demonstrating what these features are able to do, we want other communities and projects to be able to use what we have built for their own projects and platform just by extending. The first communities, we have actually started working on close partnerships with a lot of projects on the Avalanche ecosystem. So what we're planning on doing during our beta is to onboard some of their community users and their projects and try to get them involved in the project, involved in our platform as much as they can, because we want to be able to allow them to have utility of their own tokens, so their community will have a utility on our platform.
There was a compelling slide in there showing the competitors and potential, customers and users that could potentially migrate over to your platform, right? I'm just thinking about like the massive platforms that are used today, like Facebook, YouTube, 3 billion users, 2 billion users, right? I saw a lot of crypto-heavy inferences on your lovely video there. How are you going to have the normies, quote unquote, adopt this?
Well, currently we're trying to ease the onboarding system by, like saying in the video, like with Particle, sometimes users, a lot of times the barrier to entry is like they would have to learn how to create a wallet, how to secure the seed phrase and everything, right? But with Particle, you're able to create a wallet just with your Google email or with Twitter. Yes, there are some, especially as mentioned, like when onboarding assets or offboarding assets, it's still very Web3 heavy. But our strategy with that is we are not trying to enforce these Web3 technologies on everyday people that want to just use the platform to, let's say, make a living. They don't have to learn any of that until when they have actually earned something from the platform and they're just offboarding it. So they've already have the incentive to learn now because they've been paid in these assets and they would need to offboard it.
How do you prevent a world where I post a quest, maybe I want someone to write some code for me, they send me the code, and there's a dispute between whether or not I think the work that they did achieves the end goal? Like, how do you handle disputes on the platform? So
currently how our dispute system works for the beta version is, let's say you've hired me to do certain work and I've submitted my work, but you're not happy with it. You have 3 days to choose whether to give me a little extension of, let's say, 24 hours or 48 hours to edit and improve the work that I've given you. Or if you don't see the possibility of me actually completing what's required, you can start a dispute. The dispute process currently will go through a little more centralized. It will go through a team of admins, and they'll review evidence and claims submitted by both parties before making a decision where if I'm at fault, I don't get paid and all the money is returned to you, minus processing fees. But our long-term goal later on is that we want this dispute to be handled by the communities when we have a user base. Therefore, that it's a less of a centralized dispute system, and users who participate in the dispute resolution, where they'll be kind of like the juries. They will be the ones that will be looking at the evidence and claims submitted by both parties, and they will be incentivized by the small fee that comes out of there. These users who resolve the dispute, they'll receive those dispute resolution fees.
All right. Thank you so much, Dylan.